Oh, hi there. Today I am going to be probably streaming here on Shogi Club 24 for the first time. There is, as you can see, there's not much going on Lee Shogi at the moment. Wouldn't mind playing a bunch of Blitz games against Count on 10 here on the screen, who's making a request. I've played one or two sessions with them before, and those were fun. I got crushed, but they're very fun, as most of the Blitz shogi is. But now I have set up some scenes for Shogi Club 24, and I want to see how that is. I've also got something to make arrows, which is one of the great features of Lee Shogi, being able to draw arrows while you're playing. And I've got something sort of a hack that might let me do something similar on Shogi Club 24. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to jump there and then do the analysis on Lee Shogi, since the tools are just so good, and I like to record the games. Shogi Club 24 has added some uh, some analysis tools where it's very fast, where it does an engine analysis on the side on one of their subsidiary sites. It seems like, I don't know, but it's nice, but it doesn't let you, at least without paying, it doesn't seem to let you make arbitrary moves and edit and see what would happen and have engine analysis on that. So it's limited, and to make matters worse, it seems like there's no way to pay for the feature in any sort of user friendly way, possibly even outside of Japan. I just don't know. It's I've tried to go in to see what it would take to pay, but it's they don't make it easy. I don't know what the problem is there. But anyway, let's try to make this transition. And through the magic of software, boom, move that move that camera up. All right. Let me get over here, get a view just to make sure that everything is coming through. I'm recording this time on the side, which will make the YouTube video update process a little better. But anyway, here we have Shogi Club 24, and it's got the list of players at my level, which is 13Q. Here, the rankings are insane here, and I don't think they start getting sort of, for lack of a better word, reasonable until people are in the Dan levels, because it seems that where you've got Dan level players at like 6Q and up, and then all of a sudden at 2, it seems to level out to what I see other people, similar players on like 81 Dojo or Shogi Wars or anything like that. But who knows? I don't know, don't care. Get some good games here. And the thing is, even though their software is antique, the pieces are clear, the time controls are fantastic, and there are a reasonable number of players. It has the downside of not having real matchmaking, so you have to make requests or get requests, and there's a lot of sandbagging, as I mentioned in the first stream. But let's do it. We're going to join a room, select a rating game. Going to wait for 15 minutes, which is a 1560. None of this stuff is clear. You just have to look in their docs or find some of the sites that have it. I think KillerDucky has a great introduction to a lot of these sites. I'll try to put up the link at some point, maybe in the notes, and I think he's got documentation on how to sign up for all these sites. He's also got documentation on, I think, the individual sites, so themselves. So this kind of these kind of settings. But anyway, so there it is. Looking for a rating game, waiting for that. I think people can still request games of any type, and you just have to be sure to accept what you want. So when you click, you do you select you change your room, then you update. And as long as this same room here, I'm going to start using this software here. Same room is selected. When you update, it'll just show the people matching that criteria. So if I took same room off and I updated, it would show, you know, back to sort of the players, whether they're playing or waiting or just hanging out, which is what they call the lounge. So there's that. And while we wait, this might be a bad idea too, because it's I think probably the middle of the night in Japan. So the player base is lower, 339. That's very low. So maybe we'll go back to Lee Shogi. Hopefully we can get a game here. I'd like to try using this software. Here's my rating. They don't have many stats, and they don't make it available in this UI very easily. So like if I wanted to see any information about this, I double click, it shows this player's stats just today. It doesn't show historical. You have to look on their website and then do a search. I've got sort of a UI automation to do that, but I'm not going to do it here because I think it'll probably open up another browser, and I don't know what that other browser's been doing, and you know, that's for a different time. But yeah, not getting anything. I am tempted to make a request here. This person's waiting. Let's make a request. Here's how a challenge 15 minutes of 60, and let's see if they join. All right, go through the greeting, and they are going first. I'll move my piece. Okay, looking like it might be a fourth file rook. I'll still go here. It's not fourth file. Okay. Or I guess it could be. I don't usually know what to do here. I like to let's see. Oops. I use that software. I want to make this here just to prevent this move. I don't know if that makes sense or if I should just push here at some point. I really don't know, but I'm going to push, and then I'll review that later to see if that's how I have mine. Okay, so we're in third file, and that's fine. I am going to go over and start making my castle, which will be an Elmo castle. Since I'm a little late here. And how do I want to handle this? I think this is going to come in. This is going to be exposed. So I don't, I have the option of moving the rook here to at least protect against that, because this is loose. I think, come here. He comes, and then I just allow him to take it. I can. Let's move the rook up. Let's move that rook up and see how that goes. I don't know if this is right or wrong. Okay. If he swings now over here, I don't know if I have to come here to defend. But what I'm going to do is move. I think move here. Then I can come up through. If he does stay third file. Tricky. It's definitely tricky. This will make for some good review later. Oh wow, he's going up quick. He's coming out. I'm gonna make my castle. the expectation that I'll come here. This doesn't usually scare me on the side because I don't know what he has coming. I think he just wants to make this room. Make room for this. I'm going to ignore it because I like to ignore this kind of thing and make my castle. He still is not in his. He's just kind of going all out. That's fine. Now what if I... So if I go here, he pushes, and then that blocks it off. Is that what he wants? Or should I finish my castle? That will force that. Then if he pushes again, he sort of blocks off his... He gets his pawn down. If I move over there, then he pushes again, and let's say I go back. Then if he moves his rook over, am I kind of in trouble? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm tempted to move the gold up and just sort of extra defend. Because I think I want to have some sort of rook exchange if I can. Because he doesn't have, he has these drop areas. Okay. And now, let's go here. If he does swing it over, then that's fine. I don't think he has a threat. Okay, there he goes with his now. So he's starting to make his castle. Now, what can I do? I don't want to block this off. I wonder if I should start moving in. Yeah, let's start there. Okay, so he's going to make his Peerless Gold, which I think should be fine against this. I do this sometimes. I don't love pushing too heavily here. It ends up becoming problematic, at least in my experience. But I don't know what else to do. I don't really know what else to do. I'm going to push just because I don't know what else to do. And I've got my... Got this... I've got... I push... He takes... I don't even have a pawn. If I take... If I take then he can drop another pawn back just to make life miserable for that lance, and then he's got drops. I don't think I want to do that just yet. But I don't know what other kind of move to make. So, like, what kind of waiting move do I have? His pieces here are they can't come out. I think this pawn push at some point is incoming. What if I take the initiative and I make the push? I may take the initiative. I don't know if he moves his rook. Let's say I push. If he takes, then I take, and then have this potential threat, or he just drops another pawn. I really want to get my rook over here. I don't want to push this because I don't want to block this rook off. So I guess, yeah, let's push. And we're kind of in a standoff. Okay, and he's sort of, I guess he's, I don't know if that's a waiting move. I take. Like what happens if I do this again? He takes, I take, I move back. Do we repeat? Okay, so he is coming in there. Now, if I drop it again, he does it. And then what? And then what? So his knight here cannot move at this point. Let's just see. Let's see if we can repeat. And I don't know. So what is his plan? Okay, so that's coming in. So if he pushes, he comes in. Let's see. If pushes the pawn, that gives the diagonal, but I've seen that before. I don't think that's that great. I don't think the silver can be used to accelerate that attack enough to warrant giving up the bishop, especially since this is all kind of free. So, I could go here and just sort of do that. I've got this, I've got these squares protected nicely with two pieces, actually with three. So if I do this, he takes pawn. Let's do this again. Sort of a waiting move. So he moved out there. I don't know if he did that to try to avoid the pressure, the being loose against the rook. Maybe that means he's going to give it to me. I don't know. This is one of those positions that like I'm not seeing anything great for either. Okay. So do I want to take? So if I take, with my rook. Let's get my arrows back. I take with my rook. He takes with rook. I take with pawn. Then he's got a rook drop somewhere here, potentially. But I have, I think, better rook drops. But now I'm getting afraid. So if I take with the pawn, he takes. If I take with pawn, he takes with pawn. Yeah. I'm not sure. Like, if this is here, I've got a drop. He's got this. Take. I'm gonna take with the pawn just because I like my drops, but I also like his drops. Okay. Oh, that's smart. That is smart. That's a smart move. But what can I counter this? Let's see. I've got this, which I've got this. No, I don't. All right. Well, let's drop that. Now, what can I threaten? So if I push, yeah, I can. He's threatening quite a bit. If he drops the, if I drop the gold, he can drop the bishop. Also just drop. I think I'm just going to drop the rook here. And then what's he going to do? Drop? And he can't drop. Maybe drop. He'll drop here. And then I push. Yeah. All right. I'm curious if it's showing up in Lee Shogi that I'm streaming in. It is. Good. That automatically set. Yeah. Now, there is... So I can... So what is the threat if I come down here... Or can I... If I do this, what if I... And then I can come down here. But what is his... He's going to drop a bishop somewhere? So this square is defended. But he's going for this. Do I want to give it to him? But then he's making a threat. Yeah. Then I don't like that threat. Because if he takes, then he can... Then he's threatening the gold. But he's definitely got a good spot, I think. He doesn't have a pawn drop, down here. He's just got this bishop, which I don't think has a good drop yet. Then what's he gonna do if I bring my gold back? Okay. So, okay, so if I do this, he takes, I take, he wins. So I take, he takes, I take, he comes up there, I threaten. That's yeah, get that bishop out of here anyway. And now, so what if I do this, what is his threat? So if I come down here, he takes, I take, then he's got the bishop drop, and I can run. I think so. I think I can run. Or do I do this and then just put the silver there? I don't like the defense that in that case. I don't. And then if I do get that, okay, so as soon as I run, I get that drop, and boy, that's tough. Oh, he had a gold? Wait, when did... Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought he got a bishop. Oh, that's bad. Very good. So before I copy this Kifu, I am going to show this. So they bring this up, this AI at userlocal.jp, and it shows it shows the shows analysis, and it's fast, which is a main a main improvement over the Lee Shogi analysis. So we'll show that. So while this is doing its thing, I'm going to go into here, copy it, and then go back and import the game. Import the game, and then I'm going to add it to a study. And let me get my switch over to my Lee Shogi view here. Wow. Okay, and import into a study. This study is Shogi Club 24, and here is the match. Sabineko, and go to the request computer analysis, and I'll do that. And then that'll just kind of, at some point it'll finish, maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes from now, I guess. It's a little slow. This requires having Lee Shogi nodes running on the back end. There's this ShogiNet. All that work, I believe, is done basically by volunteers, all that CPU work. I believe it runs an evaluation for each move for 5 seconds, and then reports back up. I ran a ShogiNet node for a while on one of my more efficient Macs, and it evaluated. I can't remember the numbers that I had. I think like trillions of positions. It had evaluated, and it was useful, but I think out here in California it was just adding too much. I think to my electricity bill, we have this tiered pricing which gets sort of exponentially worse as you use more, and I think I ended up if the trends that I was looking at were sort of properly comparable to previous months or of previous years, it was like $100 a month I was paying to run that ShogiNet node, and it just wasn't. I couldn't justify that, at least with the number of people playing and how much use I was getting out of it. So yeah, that's running. Let's go back here. We have this. Looks like the opponent did make some mistakes, which is nice to see. I was a little concerned that I wasn't playing a human. But yeah, this is the move here. We can flip this, I think. Well, anyway, let's go to that move. That is the number 53. Let's go to that in Lee Shogi. Number 53. And I'll flip it to my view. And let me expand out this camera, because I think I'll do that later. I changed up the layout a little bit just so that I don't show the scroll bar on the right hand side, but in doing so it kind of flips the Lee Shogi layout from the 2-pane to the 3-pane, just expanding it just a little more. So I expanded it, increased the font size, the browser, like the magnification, which brought the board back in line, increased some of the fonts. But anyway, it changed the layout a little bit so the camera view doesn't line up. I'll fix that. But anyway, so here we are. I'm going to turn on this analysis. And so looks like I'm advantageous. Okay, it did want me to take. Although, that said, it also, 8-5. Okay, it wanted me to well, pawn takes, it's still liking pawn takes. I mean, we're still at a low depth, but that's interesting. So what was the, yeah, maybe that was just too much threat there. So I take he takes, I take. And then what I was afraid of was this drop. Okay, so it wants me just to push my pawn. Or no, oh no, it wants me to drop or push pawn. And again, that's still low depth. So this machine I'm running on is not a powerhouse, but it's getting, it's right now 2,000 nodes per second, not that bad. No, 2 million nodes per second. But yeah, and then I do that. Then what is this? Is it just drop the top? Okay. Yeah, that was a ghost that I was seeing. I didn't read it far enough. I saw, oh, he can take the knight. Then I didn't. That was the whole move that prevented me from making that pawn exchange or that rook exchange, and it was just a ghost that I was seeing. It wasn't real. Darn. That's frustrating, but that's something that I need to keep in mind, especially since I think in that match I had plenty of time to do a little extra, depth on my own threat checks. But let's see. This is interesting. Let's see what would have happened had he done this. Yeah, I push. Huh. What? What? Boy. Crazy time. Yeah, these are lines I don't know if humans would make those. Maybe, but I certainly don't play anyone like that. Those are interesting, or maybe that is what's going for. Yeah, that's a fascinating one. So the Lee Shogi analysis still hasn't really begun yet. It's probably still in the queue on the Shogi net, and hopefully a machine picks it up. But let's continue here. Let's use this as a basis. And we got here to this to move 57, where I made my big blunder. Where is move 57? So he took. So let's turn that engine back on. So it's still advantageous for me. There's that. 57, still advantageous for me. Okay. So it did just want to defend. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do that? Because I wanted that rook in hand. I wanted to make threats. How bad of a so the idea is rook 5-1. Yeah, and then obviously silver takes 4-4, pawn takes, and then rook takes. Wow. Okay. That's an interesting defense. That's a very interesting defense. Wow, just giving this. Oof. That's scary. I guess it makes. Boy. I guess. Fascinating. Yeah. Since I have the pawn, maybe I should have. Oof. Okay, well, I'm not going to follow that line too much. So what happened was this, and then the big blunder, I guess, was was the take? No. Oh, the big blunder was the drop. Oh. The big blunder was the drop. Oh, because he does that. I'm basically giving up my rook for free. Oh boy. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's a helpful point where I need to, before making a drop or before making any sort of attacking move, especially when there's stuff in play, there's a hung piece. I need to ask, what is the next move going to be? Once I make my move, what is the opponent going to do? And I guess, I asked, and my answer was, oh, he'll take the rook, and or he'll just take here. I didn't look at the better choices. I mean, it's easier said than done to find the good move. I mean, obviously, but when there is a hanging piece, when there is the hanging piece, you need to make sure that when you make a threat, the opponent can't just sidestep that threat and make a threat against you and then proceed on with there, because they'll just proceed on taking that hanging piece. Okay, well that's good. And I'm assuming it just sort of fell apart from there. Darn, this is still going. Yeah, well, interesting. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It's a good game. The players on Shogi Club 24, you just never, they're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And it seemed like I got a pretty good one here, pretty good opponent, and then I didn't handle the attack very well. Yeah, well, that was good. I'll let this continue. Oh no, it did finish. Excellent. That's very fast. Okay, so what else did we have here? We go along. I'll have to review this line myself, with with my openings. But we got to the point here where it's third file, and I'm in the again, I'm Gote, so these numbers are slightly positive for him, but basically even. Interesting that it wanted the pawn push. I'll have to look at that. I'm not going to put too much stock into, especially the locally running engine at low depth in a situation like this. I'll have to review that. The difficulty I think on this one was that, did I know, where was it? I don't think I knew immediately it was going to be a swinging rook. But anyway, maybe this move is sort of an indication that it will be. But all right, we got here. I made, okay, so they want it coming, engine wants it coming this way, not that way. That makes sense. I mean, that makes total sense. Rather than here, which is sort of the direction that I go when I'm going to castle here against third file rook. I think that makes more sense. Yeah, okay, well, I made my move. and I don't want to. I'm going to turn off the engine because I don't want it to impact. There's sort of an unfortunate thing that happens on the Lee Shogi analysis. I don't know if it's worth a bug report or not, but because I could see where it might be useful for some people. But anyway, when an analysis is run, computer analysis, this is by no means an exhaustive analysis, but it is, I think, generally better than unless you're going to run it in the browser for a while, and maybe not even then, but it creates these evaluations after each move. But if you turn on your engine, it replaces that server-side evaluation with whatever it's coming up with in the browser. I'd rather it not do that. So I end up playing this game of being like, turning it off, turning it on, just because I don't want to impact these numbers. I think if I turn off record, it still does it, but it won't save it. So I can like go back and forth. So I'll turn that off. But okay, so I made this move. Sort of gave me back some of my my mistake by quickly pushing the. Let me flip the board again. By quickly pushing that knight out, I came up. This is sort of a little bit of an inexplicable pawn push. I guess it's maybe to give space for the bishop. Maybe it was just sort of a waiting move. Anyway, I move and I make my castle, my Elmo castle, which maybe I should have avoided. Then he pushes again, which was an inaccuracy. Yeah, I don't think there's much. That's why I ignored it. I don't think there's much going on here on the edge. That's the rest of the board is bigger there. Yeah, and the engine requested or recommended just castling. That makes perfect sense to me. I move my rook over because obviously I want to. Maybe this was a bit of hope shogi where I'm trying to go for a cheapie, but it seemed like the only move here was pawn push, which he did, because I definitely wanted what I would have hoped for. The dream in making this move. What am I trying to do? Is that he tries to defend, exchange, turn on the engine here, and yeah, I mean it's over. It's. I didn't think it was that strong, but I knew it was strong. So I think that's one of the things I try to do when I don't really know what to do. I try to at least force a move. Even it's a threat with a pretty big gain at the end, and I think there's only one move that responds here decently, and that is the pawn push. Yeah. So there's that. I mean, maybe it was easy to see, but anyway, it was a threat. He did push, and then I move the gold over just to solidify that area, which the engine doesn't hate. I could imagine like some of these evaluations if I let it run, if that server side is running at 5 or 10 seconds per move, if I let this run for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, maybe it'll get closer to even, or who knows. So I don't take all this one onesie twosie as the gospel of shogi, but keeping it in mind here. He pushes, I move over, he starts his castle, I get my bishop out, and so it's engine liking that. He makes his, I push, he goes into peerless golds, I push again. Oh, and the engine doesn't like that. Wow. So what does the engine want me to do here? So what's it saying is a good one? Like this? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I bet that's somewhere where it's going. What is it saying? Oh, it's just advising this. It's advising the same repeat. Oh, it wants the pawn in hand. Wants me to get that pawn in hand. Ah. Okay. Wow, it's even advising potentially to go back. Wow. Wow, that is fascinating to me because the matches I play over the board on the weekend, kind of against this kind of attack, he's been making peerless gold and it's been working really well, and it seems like that's the formation. I mean, that's the formation I make when I sense that someone is going to be coming down this second file against my king, and potentially making an edge attack. So it's not a huge negative. So maybe it's fine. And again, maybe it's one of those where it would be better if I let the engine run longer. But that's interesting to me. So it's no reason for me to give up, I guess, on that attack. So that waiting move, that was sort of pointless, and it hurt him. But I could have done something else. What else could I have done here? Could I have pushed? I've got my pawn. So what if I push? Then he takes. Then I. No, that can't be good. I don't think. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it's just bringing this over. Defending, I guess defending something. What's the? Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I was going to move there anyway. I guess maybe that having these two pieces together is just a bad shape. It's one that I have to do a better job of looking out for. I had gotten bitten by having this shape on this left side over here, and susceptible to silver drops and gold drops in the past, and then I really made a concerted effort to watch out for that, and it worked for a while, I think, but maybe I've forgotten. Made this pawn push, did that. So I would have taken a repeat there, but interesting. So it didn't want that. It wanted this push. What's the goal? Okay, well, I'll have to. Yeah, that's not, that line isn't happening. Let's. And I just make space here, and I don't allow the rook to come over. Okay. Okay. And now I'm pushing again. Wow, Shogi's a complicated game. Yeah. Maybe maybe that I should be thinking of making space to get my pieces in. Not necessarily a 1-2 attack, but just shifting them around to be in a better position to attack. Okay, well, there was that, and then obviously we just kept going. Moves over, and then there's so that was okay. That was the blunder, and I didn't take advantage of it with the rook because I misread. I was thinking that I was thinking this would happen, and then this is not a threat at all. This is not a threat at all. I just make that drop. All right. Pawn takes. Still looking good here. Takes. I'm looking very good. Not winning, not even really a huge advantage or anything, but still looking just fine. But then I gave that. Oh no, and that's still okay. I just needed to back up. Yeah, as we looked at before, just needed to back up. Okay. Well, how long has this stream been on? Let's see what's been going for about an hour. Got the one game in, got some analysis. Nobody chatting yet. I don't know if anyone's watching. It's a lazy Saturday morning here before the end of the year. I'm thinking tomorrow maybe I'll try to do a New Year's Eve stream. Might not. My family and we've got this tradition dating back, gosh, as long as I can remember, where we get sushi and do a marathon session of watching Hikaru no Go. We used to in the old days. This is I don't 15 years ago. We'd occasionally finish the entire series, and it would take weeks. So we'd be into long into the new year, a few weeks into the new year, and still kind of finishing up. But don't do that as much as anymore. No one besides me is as interested in it, and I don't even play Go anymore. I haven't played Go really in a long time, and so that tradition is more just we eat our sushi, we watch some Hikaru, and then switch over. But maybe early in the morning I'll get on, see what's going on the shogi, see if there are players, and take it from there. But otherwise, I guess I'll close it. Hope if there are viewers that you enjoyed it. The plan now is that I finish the stream, begin the upload to YouTube, let them process it. That takes, I don't know, let's say that takes a couple hours, and then have the stream up. People can watch it there. You've got a couple comments, which is nice to see, and hopefully we get some discussion going, or hopefully people are enjoying this, and if not, it could go by the wayside, just like so many streams before it, shogi related streams. But I'm going to do my best to keep somewhat consistent, and I'm enjoying it anyway. Like I said, one of those goals was to be able to speak through my moves and get a better thought process for my game, and I think it's helping. Gives me a chance also to be showing off some of these shogi shirts. Someone saw it in the stream yesterday that I had the king shirt. This one is also, I think, it's a king, and just it's fun. And anyway, signing off. See you soon. Bye.